We got LB10 in teal taking on Matze in red and RiyadMahrez in blue. Here, the Sadge Chance qualifier at Wrang 4. And we are on our way. LB10 is going to be in teal here in the northwest as the Burgundians. Matze in the northeast in red playing as the Mongols. And in the southeast, we've got RiyadMahrez playing in blue as the Huns. We've got a fairly even split here, actually. A 1700. I feel like this is just his current elo. I think he actually has a higher all-time elo, but these are their current up-to-date elos. And so you can see we got a pretty solid skill ceiling here. This is really nice. It'll be a really high-quality game, I think, with this level of high-level players. It's like an extra high elo qualifier almost, except it's a Sadge Chance qualifier. Winner of this moves on to the last chance qualifier. And then the winner of the last chance qualifier will get into the main tournament. And I think the winner of that one will go to play Survivalist. So they have to win 2 games. They have to win this game and another one just to get into the tournament. So their chances are thin, but they still exist. And one of them will be getting through. So Matze's 2K all-time high. Okay, thank you very much. Seem to recall him being, like, when I did the seeding, him being, like, close to the seeds. Was he in one of the high elo qualifiers? Did he lose a high elo qualifier and end up in a Sadge Chance qualifier? He did, didn't he? So Matze's path to the main tournament might go from losing a high elo qualifier, then he might have to win a Sadge Chance qualifier, then win a last chance qualifier, and then win the round of 81. That'd be crazy if that's what we end up with. See, you gotta yeah, exactly, the easy way to the tournament. Coconut water. Electrolytes. Yay. Oh man, I did not get enough sleep last night, but I'm actually doing really good. Like I had less sleep than I should have got, but it was excellent quality sleep. You know when you have one of those nights where like you sleep 5 hours, but it feels like you slept 10. You're like, oh no, I didn't get enough sleep, but then you're just like, don't even feel any different than you normally feel. That's me right now. I got lucky. I still got like a few little notches of youthful energy left somewhere deep inside me that I can summon occasionally. Wait, can boars don't aggro onto kings, right? Fuzi says, I went into this tourney with a goal, and that is to beat a 2K. Mission done. Well done, Fuzi. You lasted longer than a 2K did in the same game. You were actually like partially responsible for killing a 2K for sure. That's part of what it makes Wrang great, is you have the high elos and the low elos getting a chance to interact in like a serious context, where they actually have to take the low elo players somewhat seriously and treat them like with like a level of like mental experience respect, and maybe not their physical skills and their 1v1 skills, but I mean everybody can make some cav archers and click them next to a king. You were in voice? Devious. You were planning, or you were planning it in voice beforehand. I see. Well, I mean, that's if you're up against a high elo player. You met a day before discussing the strategy. Nice. Yep. I mean, if you're prepping for a team game and you get randomly paired with someone, hypothetically, you would do the same thing, right? Problem with voice is if someone dies, they can see all of the map. There is a thing written in the rules where players aren't allowed access to information that they can't normally have access to. I would argue that voice is just an extension of the in-game chat. But if you die, then you should not be revealing information to the other player. And as a rule of thumb, I discourage voice during games, simply because then players can't see the chat. Like the viewers can't see the chat. I can't see you voice chatting. So I prefer not voice chatting. But if I have like a 1200 and a 1300 up against like fucking ACCM, I'm not going to blame them for getting on voice chat. You know what I mean? Like, and I can't possibly police that. It's not a LAN. Murphy says, my next victim. So the winner of this is moving on to the last chance qualifier, which is 3 of the Sadge chance qualifiers. So they'll be playing Joey, who came out of one of them. From a caster view, voice chat is not great. Yep. Like, we know this tournament's going to be filled with drama and people doing stuff like that. I just prefer to have it in that drama and communication in view of the viewers. One thing I've asked in the past is when people are communicating in voice chat that they try to also write their general plan in the in-game chat so that we can see that you guys are working together and not just like assume. Myth says this is an interesting match, only a 300 elo spread. Yes, this is basically like, so Myth, I don't know if you watched any of the high elo qualifiers, but this is basically like an extra high elo qualifier with given that all players are high elo and close in elo. Ooh, LB10's gonna pick off this Wallingville from RiyadMahrez. Unless the caster joins the voice chat. Ooh, I could request that players record voice chat. And then I could like sync it up to the game somehow. Maybe I'll see if I can set up some fancy production for the semifinals and finals. But then that's going to be cast on a delay. So then I'd have to delay the thing by exactly 2 minutes and then never pause the game. One thing that we've... Ooh. And now Red's going to lose the vills. Everybody's just picking each other's villagers off. I think... I don't know about this Burgundian pick, man. I'm not sure that that Teal realizes that they didn't start with a castle because they thought it was regicide. Oh, it's regicide mode. A lot of players will see, oh, it's regicide. That's why reading the handbook is so important, especially in this tournament. My tournament is like the giant, the warning sign for all tournaments. That's like, read the handbook. Like, you should definitely look into the settings and try the settings before you play a Wrang of Fire tournament game, or you might get. Although Barry won and didn't even know that the tournament existed 5 minutes before he was playing in a qualifier match, and then he just dummied his opponents with the settings. So, I don't know. Maybe instincts are good, too. LB10 picking off some more of Matze's vills here with this scout rush. Gotta be careful. Matze's not closed, and they could rush in and maybe take a stab at that king. Matze doing a good job with punishing the scout dive. Teal going for the big boy walls. Stop jiggling, Grath. Grath is jiggling and is making him move the mouse. Scout rush is questionable when you basically turn it into a 2v1. Right now we've seen blue attack teal, teal attack red, red attack blue. This looks like just a actual free-for-all. Your eco is going to be slow. I don't know. The scout rush, maybe. I feel like archers. LB10 has wheelbarrow coming in. What do you think about the human boom on Arabia? By the way, the map is Arabia. I didn't specify what map we're on. We are on Arabia. Let me in. Let me in. Yep, Matze clicked up. And I suspect we're going to see some Mongol step lancers in a moment. As Riyadh will throw down a market to keep these scouts from breaking in. And decides not to build the market. Wants to save the wood. Already has a market, that's why. Teal's gonna head to Red's base. Looked like they were thinking about clicking into Matze's base. Matze throwing the king pen down, and Matze has learned. Okay, guys, if you make a king pen, it has to be a full box. It can't be a cross. It has to be a full box to stop diagonal attacks. And personally, I would go with the box with one gate on one side. A stone box. The king will not be getting very much rest or relaxation time. He mostly stands completely vertical and stationary just for hours and days at a time, staring at the wall. Oh, I'm safe in here. But at what cost? What is my life? Look, there goes a rat. Hey, I wonder if that plant will blossom in the spring. I would place I would place a gate in the base where the king can run to the other side where needed. Oh yeah. Yep. Quad gate might be the way to go. Or like octo gate. Octo gate. Octo gate. Okay, I'll stop. Octo gate. Or hexagate. Wait, would it be a hex gate or an octo gate? It'd be hex, right? It would be 1, 2... Yeah, it would be a hexagate. Could you make an octagate in AoE? No, it'd have to be a hexagate. What am I thinking of? 4 Byzantine gates, 20,000 HP. There you go. Octo if you cover all angles. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, octo. You could do it. You could get away with a hexa. Yep. I'm predicting at least one hexa or octo gate. The quad gate, I don't think would do it. But an octo gate might actually keep archers or cavalry archers. I gotta stop saying the word octo gate, okay? Octogate, 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 octogate. All right. What's a good CA civ with keeps? Octogate. Another one. Octogate. Triangle with a hexagon nearby, right? Another one. That's what you should have, a triangle base with. Okay, step lancers from red.
Hello? Yes?
The step lancers running off screen and then him screaming was pretty great. I think you go Cav Archer Snav type Snipe 2 says says Matze to Riyadh. He's going says no Tarkin. He's gonna mass Tarkins. I mean that makes sense against the Mongols. How does Elite Tarkin do against Burgundian Paladin? Red asks Blue, can you attack LB10 with 1 scout? He killed it. Targans are Cavalier with extra Pierce armor. Elite Targans are Cavalier with extra Pierce armor. Yeah. Targan Cavalry Archer would be a good comp. Oh! 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 Ah, he's fine. The blue ran his king into the center. Oh! Oh! Okay, well, still not a great situation here for RiyadMahrez. Throwing down some extra-sized palisades here.
Bamo 890 just drank the Wrang juice. Grath feels good.
Porto says, he attacked me from your side. Bamo, do you believe that? Thank you very much for the 33 months from Bamo. Much appreciated, Bamo. Is it possible to inadvertently garrison? No, Riot Act. We have a mod that stops kings from being garrisoned. We figured it would be too tempting or distracting for the players to try to just ignore it, so we modded it into the game. Thanks to Charchar42069, one of my moderators, for doing that. Charchar42069 also put together the map pack, which needed a little bit of scripting to delete the starting castle and change the starting res and make the king have no population. So thanks, Charchar, for doing all that hard work. The Step Lancers are great at chewing buildings because they stack. So you can get more units attacking a building than you normally can. Like, these are all hitting this house right now. And they will chomp that away pretty quickly here. Where's LB10's king? Way over in this corner. Way over on the opposite side of where all the pressure is. Blue's king is forwards. Has like a extra-sized base. We got a monk coming across. Look at all the vills repairing that house. That is insane. Looking at Eco, LB10 with 100 vills. RiyadMahrez up over 100 vills as well, 108. And Matze, the odd player out. But is being aggressive and establishing a little bit of extra map control. Be nice for a player to get a castle down here in the center. As it is around that time, LB10 dropping a defensive castle. Blue has one up already. And we have Cav Archers. Definitely the play here for Matze, or pardon me, for RiyadMahrez, who already has 17 of them, but also has, like, how many ranges is that? 6 ranges? Currently idling them, though. Waiting for Thumb Ring. Yeah, bam, LB10's in it. Maybe pick a non-Cavalry Archer Civ and surprise the enemy with Cavalry Archer Snipe. Joy Howe tried that with the Khmer on Eruption. Like, Khmer don't even have Thumb Ring. He lied. I was promised Tarkins. He might make some Tarkins. He hasn't yet. Stonewall's going down for LB10 here in the west. Going to try and secure more of this western base. Has this secondary gold that they're not going to be able to take. It's got a big chunk of gold at the back of their base, but has also gone forward and secured a decent portion of that main gold. The secondary gold's also super exposed. And all players with at least one secondary gold on the outside. Red picking away at the front of Teal's base now. LB10 needs to up his Kingpin game. Where is the king? King is just chilling. Players, like, I feel like they aren't respecting the format, and it's punishing the people who aren't. Like, sometimes you get away with it, especially if you get away with it a little bit. Oh my goodness. Teal just converted all of those Step Lancers. Matze just gave a whole bunch of Step Lancers to LB10. Who now has Cavalier, Step Lancers, Monks. Now that's a Kingpin. Safe to everything except maybe Trebuchet Snipes or Bombard Cannons. And if you have Bombard Cannons that far in your base, something has gone horribly, horribly wrong. Red manages to break through in the north with the Step Lancers. LB10 trying to get some walls down to keep them from breaking through. Gonna need more than a couple villas to build that, yep. Gonna lose a ton of villagers to this, although I'm not sure LB10 even cares. Is overall, it's not affecting their eco too bad. That's a terrible Kingpin, lacks natural blocking features. There's a straggler tree. Cavalier coming back for LB10 along with the Step Lancers and going to clear up the rest of Matze's Step Lancers, who looks like he was making another attempt at a King Snipe here. Blue with the Cav Archers down here in the south. As RiyadMahrez hits Imperial Age, denies this wall. This pathing, bruh. You talking about the pathing over here? Yeah. I wonder how, like, Cav Archer's gonna do versus the Burgundians. I feel like you just go Paladin and just destroy. How do elite Tarkans do? We're pulling back? We're falling back? It's going to be Hussar Heavy Cav Archer for RiyadMahrez. It's a really strong composition for the Hun. LB10 going to run in with some of these converted Step Lancers over to Red's base. Do Steps get extra line of sight? Compared to like a Paladin? Imagine running your king past the Tatar castle as a decoy and then boom, exploding camels. Aren't exploding camels like not completely horrible now too? They're still not great, but they're not the worst ever. They actually work sometimes. And where are the Paladin going? That's the question of the moment, isn't it? These are effectively almost fully upgraded. We're missing Blast Forging. What is it called? Blast Furnace, pardon me. Missing the last melee attack upgrade. But other than that, now being set loose in LB10's base. LB10's king is loose, or RiyadMahrez's base. RiyadMahrez's king is actually loose down here. But the Cav Archers, now heavy Cav Archers, being brought back. They've got chemistry. They've got bracer. And they are walled in. Whoa. Get these up north and block. Use your Cav Archers to block. Yeah, it doesn't matter. They're dead anyways. Great clear there from RiyadMahrez on LB10. They should clear, right? Maybe a little bit of micro. A little bit of maybe a little bit. Okay, we didn't even need a little bit of micro. I take it back. Looks like we got ourselves a barn burner here, as we are getting past up around that 40-minute mark. Games have been pretty quick, actually, on average in Wrang of Fire. On average, I think the average game time is like 45 minutes or less. Like, it's actually surprisingly low game times. To me, that tells me we finally cracked the free-for-all formula. If games don't stretch on forever, it means that you can't turtle up and make it a miserable experience for players and viewers. Even in turtley situations. We've had one game that went close to 2 hours. One. Which is pretty standard for Age of Empires 2. Like, to occasionally have a long game. Who needs a micro when you have numbers? Oh! The gate is open! And in come the Cav Archers from RiyadMahrez! LB10's gonna be full panic. I don't know where he's going to stick that king, but it's going to be pretty vulnerable in a moment. Remember, players can research Treason now that they're Imperial Age. That is insane. Yeah, LB10's not going to... Oh, this could get ugly quick for LB10. Where's the king going to get moved? Where's the king? King's right there. Keep an eye on the king. As he has halbs he could maybe swarm in from this side with. There are units all over LB10's base right now. On the hunt for that king. Blues, no Treason research. Red is sitting back. Ooh, Red's kind of defending against some Paladin raids in the north here. Cav Archer still running around. And I think most of those cav archers have gone down now. Yeah, they're all dead. LB10 trying to keep some monks near the king, I think. Don't think they know about treason? I kind of love how the players are just like, don't know about these things. You have enough gold, you should definitely, like, Riyadh probably should have been researching treason over and over again that entire time. Did you not practice the settings? I tried to have viewer show matches, but I guess I didn't have enough. Treason is 400 gold, yeah. 400 gold. Treason, by the way, guys, reveals the location of the king. So it's pretty critical in this mode. For situations exactly like that, where you have a bunch of units running around your opponent's base and you want to know where the king is to attack. Mangadai Hussar from the Mongol player. Those elite. Yep, elite Mangadai from Matze. Yep, Turks have full blacksmith. Why are we talking about the Turks? Turks aren't in this game. Why, Joey? What are you doing to me, Murphy? How long can they see the enemy king when you can research more than 1 times? I think it's like 5 seconds-ish. LB10 has 40 paladin in the queue. Now we play the campy game. And who can build the best king fortification game. Now it turns into a scenario editor. Now it turns into live scenario editor for money. Now it turns into live tower defense. Yep, you see the king's location for 5 seconds, and then that's it. Okay. Attempt at palatards from Matze. Palatards? Palatards. 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 This unit, guys.
We're bones.
See these units? They're known as palatards. Definitely not petards. God, I can talk, I swear. Petard and paladin combination. Ah. The palatard. The petardidin. That is so many paladin. Are 3 trebuchets worth a castle? Are we even going to get the trebuchets? Yeah, we'll get the trebs. LB10 and Red. LB10 Matze hurling their armies at each other. Red's going to break through here in a moment. And the king is being cycled backwards. We've still not seen treason. And here come the Mangadai. Snipe the crap out of LB10's king. We saw that coming. Oh no, they might think that... I hope they don't think they call GG on each other. Like, you want to say GG. Oh, Riyadh researched treason. Riyadh's going to go try and hit Matze. Matze still has okay Mangadai numbers. Problem is that massive halbs. This is just a palisade wall, too. You know what's funny is LB10's paladin might auto-aggro onto the cav archers and save the king of Matze. Bruh. Never mind. Well, now it's just a matter of time until this stone wall goes down, and Matze's going to have to delete the king. Yeah, delete the stuff and get the... Not delete the king. Delete the walls and get the king out of there. And either go for the king snipe himself or try to take out this army. I don't know if they can win against this. Huns with the cheap cav archers. Red cycling that king back. Down at 70 vills, 50 less vills. If this is this a break-in? This is gonna be a break-in. This is open. No, it's open. It's open. You gotta run in. You gotta run. It's open. It's open. Run in. It was open. It's still open. Run in. It's open. Oh God. Red. Red's got treason. Blue has treason. Blue's halbs on the run. Blue's cavalry archers coming across. We'll switch to Blue's point of view. Blue doesn't know where that king ran. Red, right next to Blue's king. Blue cycling it away. Blue now full inside Red's base, feeding his units to the castles, though. And the king goes down. The cav archers track it down. Another king snipe here. And Blue picks off the king. Blue managed to track Red's king down. And RiyadMahrez going to be through to the last chance qualifier. You think he shift-clicked treason? Oh, Murphy. You just tempted all of the Age of Empires 2 gods with that comment. You realize that? You realize now that your king being sniped is going to end up being the #1 clip in the tournament, probably, right? That is not a good comment to make in this tournament when you're tempting fate constantly. RiyadMahrez, I'm calling that. That's my call for Joey. He's calling no king snipe. I'm calling Murphy gets the worst king snipe of the tournament. What a game. I'm glad we got another Wrang of Fire game in. Maybe I should double check and see if there's any more. That was sick. Yep, Blue's Kingpen was pretty sweet, guys. It's the combination of tons of castles and then distanced walls. Red had a semblance of that. This Kingpen needed to be like over here. And even then, like, it's not going to prevent this. And then running the king out and you're just hoping your opponent doesn't have like a castle where you're sending your king. That was a fun game. Snippy, I'll meet you in the final. All right, we got some trash talking happening in chat. That was a great game. What about this king snipe? Let's go back and watch this one. So this siege ram from Red. Ooh, and more petards. Matze came with another batch of petards alongside the siege ram, and that's what actually busted this open. So Matze with a proper snippy in the house style king snipe. And how appropriate that the king would eventually die next to the very siege ram that allowed him to snipe his opponent. Man, no reaction from LB10. Just did not notice that coming in. And then, of course, we have this. Both players simultaneously diving each other's kings. And Blue having the superior king base. Having been full walled and not able to have it broken into in a timely enough manner, and takes out Red's king. And that is another Wrang of Fire game in the books.